All right, so we want to find the probability that both pieces of fruit are apples. So that's our goal, right? So if you're not great at probability, let's try to visualize this thing first, right? So first thing that I know, I have 6 apples, right? So I'm just going to make this like here's an apple. Oh, that's a quadratic formula. So here's an apple, and there's an apple, and there's an apple, and then there's our other 3 apples. And then maybe I have some peaches. What color are peaches? Like this color, maybe? I don't know. Sure, that looks like maybe a peach. So here's our fruit. So the first thing that we generally want to think about with probability questions is either creating a visual for us, especially when we're first starting off, or using some sort of what's called combinatoric principles, which in this case would be figuring out the total number of possibilities that there are. So first thing that we might want to think of is, well, how many choices are there for my first fruit? So forget about what type of fruit it is. Just how many things could I pick first? I have 6 apples and I have 12 peaches. So there are 12 possible options for my first fruit. But now I eat one of these things. So my second fruit, how many possible choices do I have now? Well, since I ate one, and we're assuming we're not regurgitating this thing and eating it again, we have 11 choices. So the total number of outcomes that we'd have would be 12 times 11, which is 132 possible things that could happen. Now, in this question, we don't want to kind of list out the 132 things that could happen. We want to think about it in terms of probabilities. So this first fruit, let's think about now what this first fruit would be as an apple. Of the 6 choices, how many of them are apples? 6. Now our second choice, right? We've already eaten this delicious apple. So now we don't have 6 apples to choose from anymore. We only have 5. So if there's 6/12 times 5/11, right? 6 times 5 is 30. So we would get 30 over 132. Now this is going to simplify down a little bit, right? The best way would have been recognized that this is like a half. A half times 5/11 is going to be 5 over 22. That's going to be the probability that both of those pieces of fruit were apples, assuming that we chose them like independently.